Good morning, dear students. Today we discussed about anti-tussive categories of drugs. Previous class we discussed anti-tussive categories drugs like expectorants and mucolytic agents. Today we are going to discuss about cough suppressants categories of drugs. Antitussives, this combination mainly contains cough suppressants, expectorant agents, antihistamines, bronchodilators, and mucolytics. Central cough suppressants, these categories of drugs act centrally. This main role to raise the threshold of cough centers and inhibits cough reflexia, and is also suppressing the coordinating cough centers in medulla. So this is helpful for removing the cough. They are mainly used in dry or unproductive cough. But these categories of drugs are ineffective in cough due to pleural disease. Next come to this codeine is a very good cough suppressants categories of drug. It is an opioid. It is used to treat mainly pain, coughing and diarrhea. It is typically used to treat mild to moderate degree of pain. And this shows the main biological actions of these opioids mainly depends on this important groups in their structure. For examples like phenolic hydroxyl group is also important one. 6-hydroxyl group, if you remove these hydroxyl groups, this suddenly reduces its activity. And double bond between 7 and 8 carbon is also important. If its reduction occurs, this also increase is the activities. And this N-methyl group, either bridge, aromatic ring, all these functional groups are important for these activities. This codeine is basically is a R-methyl group and is a methyl morphine. Is occurs naturally in opium and is partially converted in the body to morphine. Is a less potent if comparing to morphine and is also is efficacious and is partially agonist at mu opioid receptors. Codeine, which is an opium alkaloid, most commonly opioid that is used in this treatment of cough, more selective for cough centers. Like morphine is also depress the cough centers. This less constipating and abuse liability is low. This used in cough along with its analgesic property. Important adverse effect is constipation. Next drug is opioid. These cough suppressants, these should not be used in children. These opioid categories of drugs should not be used for children is younger than 80 years. Children are a higher risk for serious side effects, especially breathing problems. Next drug is folcodeine. Folcodeine is also the cough suppressants. This mainly works selectively on the cough centers in the brain to control and help stopping coughing. Folcodeine, this does not cause an excited state when taking the recommended dose. There is no evidence of physical dependence after prolonged use. This folcodeine, this mainly helps to suppress unproductive cough and is also has a mild sedative effects but has a little or no analgesic effect. Another drug is noscapine. Noscapine is a natural opium alkaloid of benzyl isoquinoline group. This drug was first isolated and characterized in chemical breakdown and properties in 1817 under the domination of narcotin by Pierre Robichaud, a French chemist in Paris. This Robichaud conducted over 20 years between 1815 and 1835 a series of studies in the enhancement of methods for the isolation of morphine, and is also isolated in 1832 another very important component of raw opium that he called as codeine. This currently is widely used an opium derived compound. This mainly obtained from the species family this Papaver. And this as a role is antitussive. This have no analgesic and drug abuse or drug dependence property, but this drug is contraindicated in asthmatic patient as it release the histamine which can causes bronchoconstriction. Nausea is the only occasional side effects of this drug. These are the some side effects, that is nausea, vomiting, loss of coordination, hallucination, and this loss of appetite, loss of sleepiness, chest pain, shaking, muscle pain. These are the some side effects. Main drug interactions. This causes drug interactions with alcohols and hypnotics categories, and this also shows the drug interaction with monoamino oxidase inhibitors categories. And this noscapine should not be taken in a conjunction with warfarin, as an anticoagulant effect of warfarin may be increased. Next drug is dextromethorphan. These medications most oftenly used as a cough suppressants in over-the-counter cold and cough remedies, and is a solid in syrup, available as syrup, tablets, sprays, lozenges forms. Its dextroisomer is used as an antitussive agent. Is effective as codeine without any addiction liability. These are the some side effects: body rashes, nausea, vomiting, drowsiness, dizziness, constipations, diarrhea, sedation, confusions. Next drug is pipacitate. Pipacitate is another synthetic compound of phenothiazine category. This used as antitussive with little analgesic and sedative properties. And the drug is benzonaide. This drug is mainly used to treat cough caused by common colds and breathing problems like pneumonia, bronchitis, asthma. It mainly works by reducing the reflux in lungs that causes urge to cough. This drug is chemically related to local anesthetics procaine. This mainly acts on the cough receptors in the lungs and is also has a central effects. This mainly recommended for cough reliefs in common cold, bronchitis, pneumonia, chronic cough such as in case of asthma. It is a non-narcotic oral antitussive which works by anestheting the tissues of the lungs and pleural. These are responsible for cough reflexia. This drug was approved by FDA in 1958. Next, antihistamines. Antihistamines also have a great role in this cough remedies. Mainly H1 antihistamines have been added to antitussive expectorant formulations. They do not act on cough centers, but this provides relief due to their sedative and anticholinergic action. These are the mainly used antihistamines: diphenhydramine, dimenhydrinate, promethazine. H1 blockers, some of the shows the less sedative and less anticholinergic properties. These are very effective one, and this sedative side effects are lesser comparing to other categories of antihistamines. These are the some centrally acting antitussive: carbetapentine, clofenadol and carmethine, but there is more extensive studies are required to prove their efficacy. Next categories are bronchodilators. Bronchodilators are helpful in individuals with cough and bronchoconstriction due to its bronchial hyperreactivity. They also help by improving the effectiveness of coughing, clearing secretions. These are the some important bronchodilators: salbutamol, terbutaline. These use the as a relief the cough that results from bronchospasm. Next category is nasal decongestants. Mostly adrenergic categories of drugs are used like phenylephrine, epinephrine, pseudoephedrine, oxymetazoline and xylometazoline. These are the four basic ingredients that are seen in cold remedies. There is adrenergic decongestants like phenylephrine, antihistamines like chlorpheniramine, expectorant agents like guaifenesin, antitussive dextromethorphan. For dry cough, what effective combinations are pharyngeal demulcents, expectorants, decongestants and antihistamines. For productive cough, expectorants, mucolytics, decongestants and antihistamines with low atropine-like activities. For non-productive cough, cough suppressants categories of drugs are effective. For dry unproductive cough, antitussive categories. These are the mainly banned combinations: antihistamine, antitussive and bronchodilator. These combinations are banned. Next come to this role of local anesthetics in cough. Local anesthetics mainly like lignocaine is required to administered by nebulizers in intractable cough as in case of bronchogenic carcinoma as an alternative to sedative and antitussives. Local anesthetics is also used to prevent cough during instrumentation such as endoscopies. For example, fiber optic bronchoscopy as it blocks the mucosal receptors, and for this purpose it can be installed topically in the airways. Intractable cough due to irritable disorders, narcotic nebulized lidocaines are used. Dextromethorphan or codeine is more effective in case of post-viral cough. The various cough mixtures are available. This contains many drugs. The two drugs this antagonist the actions of each other, and the majority of cough mixtures are available are irrational. Expectorants mainly increase the bronchial secretion. Antihistamines categories tries the secretion due to its antihistaminic actions. Antitussives suppress the cough, while productive cough should not be suppressed. Mucolytic categories mainly liquefies the sputum. Antihistamines present in this combination, this mainly dry the secretions due to its antimuscarinic actions. Role of antihistamines mainly reduce the histamine release, and this reduce the congestion and decrease the amount of secretions made by lungs. Mainly diphenhydramines is the most commonly used along as well as in FDS. It is an antihistaminic H1 blockers with marked sedation. Other problems are dry mucous membranes and thickening of mucous secretions. Both are due to its potent anticholinergic actions. Based on the drawbacks, diphenhydramines and other antihistamines with marked sedation should not be used as antitussives. Role of bronchodilators. This mainly reduce the cough if it's due to bronchospasm, mainly in asthmatic bronchitis or eosinophilic bronchitis. The use of bronchodilators in other case of cough is useless and irrational, should not be used. Role of decongestants. This mainly causes the blood vessels in the lungs and is known to narrow, and this reduce the congestion. Hydrations. Dehydration is the increase the viscosity of all body secretions, so is the bronchial secretion. Simply maintaining hydration by adequate intake of water is most helpful. Thank you. Thank you so much for your patient listening. This is my YouTube channel, Easy Learning. If you are interested, please go there, like, share and subscribe my channel. Okay, bye.